Now from Washington. So, John, let's start with Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
No, I mean, it does for one news cycle or so. The challenge to make progress on the things that Donald Trump as a candidate put forward. The case with the National Security Advisor, former National Security Advisor. Flynn straight out lied about what he had done. Attorney General, the top cop, is supposed to be total forthrightness. That there are still ongoing investigations here, both within the committees in Congress.
And so, after watching his press conference yesterday, what questions
left unanswered is what contacts were made between the Russians and the Trump campaign. Free of the Trump campaign who were in touch with the Russians. They actually are for their own purposes. And so contacts they may have had with the Russians to Donald Trump himself and the inner circle, then the more it becomes after the election, once they knew these investigations were going on, and any explanation of sort of the cover-up and not the underlying questions. So it may get into all kinds of things that have nothing to do with the specific anywhere. So there are lots of questions we may not know that need to be asked.
More than 100 Democratic lawmakers have called on the Attorney General to resign. So what are the chances we see either of those happening?
Resignation seems investigation that would have to be named by the Deputy Attorney General. The new one is being confirmed, so that would need to take probably require, or almost certainly would require, more pressure from Republicans. I think it's unlikely still for the moment, but we've heard so many kind of I
want to ask you about Margaret Brennan's piece, her new reporting about European officials who are saying Russia. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it doesn't have to even be behind closed doors. Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of State all say things about Russia that are much more traditional. And Vice President Pence was at the Munich Security Conference 2 weeks ago saying in resisting Russian aggression, and also that the United States was going is, though, what is the relationship between what himself, who drives the bus here? And that's something that all policymakers are still insight into this question when any of these sanctions measures come from meddling in the election.
To be continued. John Dickerson in Washington.